You need friends and people in your life who are willing to be honest first with themselves and then as candid and brutally honest with you. So I found that to be funny. And to be honest, I found that to be helpful in my own life.
Hi, I'm Michael Sowell from Washington, D.C., from Sowell Media. This film touches on the idea that comedy can reveal deeper truths about who you are and how you can evolve. How did you explore that theme through your character, especially moments where humor becomes a form of honesty and vulnerability?
Yeah, I think, well, first of all, and you're absolutely correct. I love that he sort of finds this medium, through which he's able to tell his truth, and I think he's revealing his truth to himself ultimately. This is the first time he's been able to be truthful, it feels like, in a very long time. But I loved it because I think we all feel that way, that the best comics are the smartest and most honest people, and it's like, it's very, you're kind of you're sacrificing yourself constantly and telling your truth, telling your deepest vulnerabilities, because there's something so humorous about that relatability, that thing that we've all experienced. I feel like that's what social media is made of a bunch of memes of stuff that we've all felt, and but we never actually say it. And with my character, I think what makes her funny is just how candid and how honest she is. And I think sometimes humor is this it's like a comfort blanket. It's a soothing way for us to actually tell the truth. But I think she's hilarious to the audience because she is a very honest person, but she's not just honest with the people in her life, she's honest with herself. And I think that's actually what makes her funny, is that, when she's sitting across from a good friend who she's been quite, adversarial with the entire course of the movie, she can sit there and just honestly say to him, "Oh, I hate you because you remind me of me and I hate myself." Just drop the mic, and that's, so. But I think people like that are incredibly valuable. You need friends and people in your life who are willing to be honest first with themselves and then as candid and brutally honest with you. So I found that to be funny. And to be honest, I found that to be helpful in my own life. I don't think I am as, forward as Christine is. And so she was a little bit of therapy for me. And because it was done through humor, it felt like something that's humor makes things, difficult subjects, more approachable, if that makes sense.
Well, thank you and great performance in this film. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much, friend. Great question. Thank you.
This film uses humor as a lens to look at healing, accountability, and transformation. What message do you hope audiences take away about the real power of comedy and helping people evolve?
Yeah. Well, first of all, there is just the message of the film, right? I love that they showed the world of comedy, first of all, and how the world of comedy has evolved itself, right? To become this really tight-knit, supportive community when it was not like that, years ago. And I like that Bradley and Will touched on the fact that, comedy was actually much more of a dog eat dog world, like a lot of our industries were. But they, just realized that, like, being a community and growing together is how you do well and how you succeed. Um, but also, I think multiple things, right, that I want people to understand. First of all, with comedy, just the idea that I think there's a lot of things in life that we take far too seriously. You know what I mean? And then there's things in life that we don't take serious enough. But I feel like use comedy more as a vessel to get to truth, because I think that we should be laughing through some of these very, very difficult subjects, because I truly believe, and the science backs it up, that joy and that comedy and that laughter are actually healing things for the body. They produce, hormones that actually heal the body. And so processing truth through comedy was something that I held on to when doing this movie. And the other aspect of it is communication, processing things with laughter and with communication and grace. All of the themes go together, because it's like, if you give people the grace to process what it is they're going through, then it makes people comfortable enough to communicate those things and makes you comfortable enough to accept these new discoveries about yourself, which leads to my last point, which is the huge one for me. And I said it before, but transformation is so big. Transformation is so, so big. We're so worried, I believe, about the wrong thing, about being the same person all the time. And I just don't think that's truthful. We work in a creative space. So that alone means we are 10 different people at the same time. I don't know if y'all feel like I do, but I'm on that. I'm hitting that far end ADHD spectrum. You know what I mean? So there's so many ideas and there's so many, and I think that we can get so preoccupied with just trying to survive and just trying to get by and be the same person and be who we are and be that we don't allow our minds and our bodies and our circumstances to say, hey, we're changing. So, and we're going to change you along with this process. So I think to give again each other and ourselves the grace to transform and to be transformed by life, because that's what life does, is a huge theme that I took away from in this movie.
Thank you. And I can't wait to see you at the Laugh Factory, starting your
Oh
stand-up
my
career.
God, here, y'all trying to set me up. I'm not
Thank you.
funny. I just have a goofy laugh.
I wasn't unhappy with our marriage. Man, I wish I had a punchline.
What I like about you is you're so innocent. You're not naive, you're innocent.
You are good. I mean, you're bad at stand-up, but you're good. You have a good heart.